Okay, who's still busy typing this? Hands up. Okay, what I want you guys to do now, on your notepad, you guys are going to click for me on File, Save As, and just go to your desktop and create a new folder. Call it HTML Workshop. Open the folder, and then you guys will see at the bottom there's a Save As file type at the bottom here. Change that to all files, please. Is everyone with me so far? Okay, change that to all files. File name in the HTML Workshop folder, you're going to call it index.html. Please make sure you use the right file extension. If you guys do not use .html, your web browser will not be able to open it.
Listen guys, sorry for they can't see you. You want to move your tables closer. I think just, you want to move your tables, if you want to move people so they can see there, he's good now.
Now, I want you to click on Save. Okay, once you guys have done that, minimize everything, go to your desktop, locate your HTML Workshop folder, open it, and you'll see index.html is there. Open it in your web browser. You guys should see something like this. If you're using Firefox, Google Chrome should give you exactly the same. Is there anybody who isn't opening? Okay, the blank document you guys do not close. This is part of the tips and tricks that I'm showing you now. You guys are going to work in conjunction with this and your code. Okay, so you're going to have your notepad open and you're going to have your Firefox open. Okay, so in your notepad now, you're going to see this again. Under title, put any title you want in there. I'm going to say page. Remember tips and tricks for HTML. When you open a tag, when I refer to a tag, new guys, a tag is that which I've highlighted for you. When you open a tag, you close a tag. When you close a tag, you have a / in front of the original tag. So you can see the one that I've opened, or that I opened, which was title. To close it, you put / title. Wherever you open something, you have to close it, okay? Everyone done that? Press Ctrl S to save it again. Once you guys have saved it, go back to your Firefox and press F5. You guys will see at the top of the page, like what you're going to see on Facebook, on any other site, the title of the page was changed to what you put in there. Do you guys see that? Is everyone with me? Go back to your notepad, please. Okay, next thing we're going to do, we're going to start with your headers. Okay, under your title, new line, open bracket, H1. Close bracket. Once you've closed your H1 bracket, you guys are going to type in there header 1, close H1 bracket, or close your H1 tag, and you're going to do the same all the way till H6. So H2, H3, H4, H5, H6. I'm going to do it on the screen for you. You guys can copy it, but please make sure you know how to do it. Okay guys, those of you that are done, who of you guys are still busy? Please guys, just make sure that you have your forward slashes in the correct places when you close your tags. Otherwise you guys are going to have problems with your coding. I can't tell you, because you're not allowed to use it. I'll catch you at it. I need to get more. Everyone done? Okay, save it and go back to your browser and press F5. You guys should see that. You guys all see that? Okay guys, just a heads up on this. When I ask for headings, I'll ask you for a header 1, a header 2, a header 3, but it is important for you to know the difference between a header 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. In the grade 11 exam, or the grade 11 in the grade 11 informal task that we gave them, what we did is we actually did the memo and we asked them to replicate it out of nothing. We gave them the information, we gave them the images, we gave them everything that they needed, but they just had to replicate it by a screenshot that we gave them. So it is important for you guys to know the different sizes. For when I give you a screenshot that's a header 1, you must be able to know which header you need to use. I'm not going to tell you which header to use. So you guys need to please note the size differences between the different headers that you guys get. Okay, just give me a second here. The next thing I want to work on, go back to your notepad. Underneath your headings, I want you to just type 2 sentences underneath each other, whatever you want it to be. Once you guys have typed your 2 sentences, save it and go back to your Firefox and press F5. What do you guys notice? It's putting it in one line. So not necessarily what you code or what it looks like you code. It's not a what you see is what you get type of environment. Yes. So what you guys need to do in order to split this, you guys are going to use a page break. Okay, so behind your first sentence, you guys are going to open your bracket. You're going to put BR space / close your bracket. Once you're done with that, save it and go back to your browser and F5. Okay guys, once you've done your break, go back to your document, F5, see what it did. When you use your break tag, it's basically you're telling the browser to press enter, like what you'd press enter on your keyboard. So not necessarily, I can do this as well. And I can save it, and I'll still get the same result. Okay. That's your break tag. Now I want to show you the difference between your break tag and your paragraph tag. Okay guys, you guys can copy this now. Oopsie. When you guys use your paragraph tab or tag, you're basically telling your browser to double enter. I'll be with you now. To double enter. So it's creating a new paragraph. That's what you're telling the browser to do. Okay. I want you guys to do. Those of you guys, let's test some knowledge here. In terms of tags, you guys have roughly an idea. For bold, italic, and underline, there's 3 different tags. What tags do you use? B, I, and U. And I'm not going to show you yet. You guys have to show me that you guys can do it. Your first sentence, your second sentence, and your third sentence. Each one of them I want the first one in bold, the second one in italics, and the third one in underline. Your tags you're going to use is B for bold, I for italic, and U for underline. Go for it. Just bear in mind where you open your bold and italic tags is where you start your bold, and where you close it, you want it to end. So just keep in mind on those 2 factors. It's like highlighting a piece of text from the start till the end. Where do you want it to bold? Okay, so for bold, you're going to go open bracket B, close bracket. Now what has happened here, you're telling your browser from where this tag starts, you want everything to be bold. So just as an example, what I'm going to show you now, I haven't closed my tag. So now if I go and refresh it in my browser, everything from there is going to be in bold. See, as soon as I go back and I say after my first sentence, I want to close my bold, and I save it and I go back, look what happens. So where you open it, you want it to begin, and where you close it, you want it to end with your bold. Same you're going to do with italics. Okay, you guys can see italics. And then for the last one, we're doing underlined. Okay, everyone with me? Now what we're going to do now is we're going to add some text formatting to this. We already started with bold, underline and italics. You guys will be asked these tags in your exams. It's basic text formatting. So just make notes that you guys are going to be asked to make things bold and italic. And please don't try and use headers for it because I will catch you out. Okay, first sentence. I want in. Let's make it blue. Who knows how to make it blue? Anyone? Besides for Andre. Okay, what you guys are going to do now, this is where the trick comes in. Now you're starting to work with your fonts. Not text formatting, now you're working with your fonts. So now you've got the tag which says open bracket, font, and you're going to go color equals blue. And you're going to close your bracket. And then after your sentence where you want it to end, which should be where your bold ends, you're going to close your font tag. Do you guys all understand what I'm doing now? Okay, is everyone done? Okay, F5. Guys can see the colors change to blue. Okay, now I want you guys to do exactly the same. Change your second sentence to red and your third sentence to green. Let me quickly catch up with you guys. Okay, first one is blue. Second one. Red. And the third one is green. Okay, so you guys should be seeing something similar to this. Okay, while we're busy with the font tag, this is what we call attributes. You guys will notice in your exam, grade 11s that did the informal task in the beginning of the year, you guys were marked on attributes. This is what we call attributes, where we ask you to change something of a specific thing. We'll get to images just now. A good one for images that we always ask is to change an image size with a specific width and height. That's an attribute for images. For font, you can use font color, font size, font style, a whole bunch of them. So in your font tags that you already have, I want you guys to, after your blue, space, size equals, and you're going to put a number in there. Please nothing, keep it less than 15, and okay, make it less than 20, but bigger than 10. So anything from 11 till 20. For all three of them, I want different sizes. So you're going to say after font color equals blue, you're going to say space, size equals, quotation mark, the number, and close your quotation mark. Okay, to do your size changes, remember guys, you're still working with your fonts. So you're not supposed to add a tag outside of your font. So after your blue, you're going to say space, size equals 1. Under green, you're going to say size equals 3. And under this one, we're going to make this one size equals 2. Now basically what we're doing is under the font, we're adding multiple attributes. So under font, we've got the color for this tag must be red and the size for this tag must be 2, which means everything within that font tag from when you open it to when you close it is red with a size of 2. Okay, so if you have multiple fonts that you're using, make sure you use different tags for that. So if you go back, there you can see. Okay, is everyone with me on this? Okay, the next thing I'm going to ask you to do, under your body tag, you guys see your body tag? Everyone has a body tag, right? Okay, in your body tag, let's make it even one better. Honestly, guys, don't necessarily have to use names. If you guys are text savvy and you know what these codes are in terms of colors, you are allowed to use these codes. But if I ask you for blue, it has to be at least some shade of blue. Don't give me a red when I ask for blue. Okay, so if you guys know how to use these codes, by all means, you're more than welcome. Okay, has everyone done this? If you F5, what does it do? Nice. Everyone's background's yellow. You guys should see something similar to this. We asked for this kind of stuff in your exam, so you guys need to know where it goes in. Remember, your body tags, you can't say open a tag and say BG color equals yellow. It has to go in your body because that's the main part of your document. Okay. Now what I want you guys to do, anywhere on your PCs, I'm sure every one of you guys has some sort of picture. Any photo you have, copy that photo and put it in your workshop folder that I asked you to create. With that image that you guys created, now you guys can see you guys created a .html file. Okay. Just need to copy an image in here quickly. Just give it. You guys can all see it now. Once you've inserted your image, you guys can see it's got a specific extension to the back. Please do not edit this extension because it will make it more difficult for you to use or to link it. What I want you guys to do is go back to your notepad. Underneath your background yellow, enter. Now what we're going to do is we're going to use the image tag. Image tags are used to insert images into your HTML document. Okay, guys, please, I need to articulate this to you guys. Image source is what you guys are going to use. So img space src. Please make sure on your spelling, because if it's not 100% like that, you're gonna get a nice red cross on your web page showing that it doesn't work. Image source equals open quotation mark, and then since it's in the exact same folder as where your index.html file is, you're gonna take that whole name, including the file extension. You're going to copy it. You guys can see what I'm doing, especially if you have percentages and numbers and everything in there. You're going to copy it and you're going to paste it between like that. Okay. Can you guys all see your image? If you guys save it and you guys go back to your browser, you see your images. Who can't see the image? show you this. I've seen it guys for a few times.
Are you still going to go over the results of the communication?
Yes, I'll do that now. Guys, I need to articulate this to you. First of all, there is two ways you can get your image to work. But this is why I want you guys never want to see something like that in your code when it comes to images. I can save it on my PC and I can go and refresh. Well, it should work. No, it used to work. Let me just see. Okay, well anyway, I can refresh it and it will work on my local PC. What is the reason? If I take Henry's files and she does this, I put it on my PC, why is it not going to work on my PC? Because yes, the main reason why it won't work on my PC is because on hers it will say C uses Henry, desktop HTML workshop untitled. On mine it says C uses Neptune, desktop HTML workshop. I don't have a Henry on my PC. So please guys, when you guys do image attachments, make sure you do it like this. Just the file name. I'll show you now. In your exams you guys are asked, and it's easy marks guys, you guys are asked to put your file, your images into an image folder, and you guys need to link it from the images folder. So now since we've got this that works, okay, there's my image. Now what I want you guys to do is I want you to take that image that you've copied into your HTML workshop folder. I want you to cut it, create a new folder in your HTML workshop folder, call it images, and paste that image in the images folder. Once you've cut it, please make sure you move it completely out of that folder. There mustn't be a duplicate in the folder and in your images folder. I just want one image in that folder and just your index.html in your main HTML workshop folder. If you go back and you refresh it, it's not going to work because that image doesn't exist in the path that you've given it now. So when you want to point into a directory, the way that this works, guys, when you're editing an HTML file, your index file is currently sitting in HTML workshop, in the HTML workshop folder. So you're not going to go and put HTML workshop /images / the image name. It looks from where your actual file is sitting. If I have to put this file onto my desktop and then point to the HTML workshop and then to images, then it will work. But since everything's already in here, you guys are just going to point to a specific folder. So how do we do that? If I ask you, your images are already in a folder, you need to point to an image in your images folder. You guys are going to go images / untitled. Once you have your image, again, attributes. In your image tag, You're telling your image what it must do. Now I want you guys to set your width of your image to make it 100px. Px stands for pixels. And I want you to set your height also to 100 pixels.
Is that in the font?
Okay guys, what happens when you do that? Yes, everyone's images work, everyone's resize. Okay, resize it back to 150 width and 200 height. Resize it to 150 width and 200 height.
Just go so way they think they can just check it because we've got some maybe right behind it, but I'm still busy with inserting the picture. I don't know if you put the lunch break. you just give them a break now for 10 minutes now till 1:30. And then what you do is you give them a stop and they go to 1:30.
Oh, I want to break from now. I want to smell the grapes.
Okay, what we're going to do is quickly have, I'm not even going to give you 15 minutes break because we're going to run out of time for the other things. We're going to have a break now. For those that are still trying to catch up here with the resizing, stay behind so Sean can sit with you. Wait now! Yes. So you guys that are still trading behind here, right, wait for Sean so he can go with you. You guys that are ahead to the tree. Noreen said to me that there is no food today, but if you wanted to get you chips and cold drink and things, chocolates and that, she's got a little snippy that's going on there. Okay, so let me know if I need to go and call her. Okay, can you just message her just to bring a couple of things down for us, Sean? Okay, so what we'll do is we'll resume at... No, I'm going to be Eva Brown here. At 22. 22 we'll be back here, so you got basically 15 minutes or so. Okay, shoot. Those that are still trading behind, stay behind.
Take your existing index.html document, file, save as, okay, file, save as. I want you guys to change the name to page2.html, your existing notepad document. File, save as, change it to page2.html and save it under your HTML workshop file. Okay, has everyone done that? Yes, page2.html. Okay, so what we're going to do now to link the pages, as I said before, open bracket A space href, href standing for, come on, I just told you guys, hyperlink reference. Thank you, hyperlink reference. Now, href equals quotation mark. Now if your file, quotation mark. If your file is located where your index.html file is, so page 2 is in your index.html file or in the same folder, you're just going to say page 2.html. Close your quotation mark, close your bracket. So you guys should be seeing something like this now. It's not done. Your tag is not done. Now, whatever you want to see on your website, for example, on your website you want to see something that says next page. You're going to type what you actually physically want to see. Think about when you on Facebook or something, when you hover over a link to a next page or to a friend's profile, it gives you that hand. Everyone's seen that hand? Now, what do you want the website to show you when you hover on that to give you that hand? So I'm going to use next page. When you're done with putting in next page, you're going to close your A tag. Oopsie. That is how your hyperlink should look. Remember, A is your tag, href is your attribute. So you're not closing A href, you're closing A as a tag. So what happens when I hover? Whenever you see that hand, it means you can go on to the next page. It's a hyperlink. It links you to something else. Okay. So when you click on it, what happens? It takes you to page 2. When I asked you to take out your headers, the only reason why I asked you to take out your headers is so that you can see a difference, that it is 2 different pages. Physical, 2 different pages that you're working with. Same content, just different no headers. Okay.
Check that yours work.
Does it work?
Because that's how we.
Last thing I want to show you for the basics. The other ahref tag that we use is exactly the same, but this is used for email, only emails. Okay. Have you ever seen when you go into a website and you click on contact us, or you click on somebody's email address, it opens up Outlook or something and automatically puts that person's email address in a new email for you? Have any of you guys ever seen that? This is how you do it. Ahref equals open quotation mark. Then what you're going to do, you're going to say mail to, one word, double pint or colon, and you're going to put in the email address of the person you want the email to go to. So for example, you'll use dale@brainline.com. Close your quotation marks, close your bracket, and then you'll say mail Dale, Cat and IT. Oops. And then you close your A tag.
If I might just say something, do you see where our exact marks here? When you go over today, go over this again. Don't wait until just before break, because you're going to lose it.
Okay, once you guys are done, save it. Refresh your index page. See, there it says mail, Dale, Cat and IT. When you click on it, watch what it does. See what it does. It creates a new email for you in your email client. It automatically puts the email address in for you. Grade 11's. Who's grade 11 here? Do you guys remember the Simon's Folks Factory where I gave you the screenshot with the hyperlink for Simon at simonsfudgefactory.biz? Some of you guys thought you guys were very clever, just highlight it or color it blue and underline it. This is what I was testing you on. Okay.
The second thing that you can use, you can create your own webpage before the subject device and and then you also do just you click and it opens up your own email application with the addresses that are. I think there is one right now, I'm going to help you with it, it's created.
See now it's going to open it. Yes, if you have some email that you use, not email, that will open it with that. So that's right because that's. Okay. See it. First is it working?
How much? I'm going to bring it for us. Thank you.
Okay, guys, that concludes your basics on HTML. Grade 10. This is what you guys are going to be tested on in the exams. Grade 11s and 12s, now the fun starts. Okay. Everyone happy? Everyone understand? Anything you guys don't understand? Speak now, forever hold your peace. Anything? Anyone? Instead of making the code something, just make it copies. Anyone else? Anything? Okay, 10s and 11s. You guys all have your data disk. First thing I want to show you. Open your folder.
11s and 12s.
Yeah, 11s and 12s, sorry. 11s and 12s, open your folder that I gave you this morning. How does a style sheet actually impact a website, and how does it actually make it look different? All of this must look like very gibberish to you at this stage, but once you learn to understand it, you'll see it actually makes a big difference. Yes, it's all on your PC. It's under the Education Time folder. Education Time, Styles, homepage.css. Open it in Notepad. Homepage.css. I want you guys to also open your index.html file under there in Notepad as well, please. Say bye. It's now bye. Okay, so once we open the index.html in our browser, that's what it looks like. So I just want to show you in terms of CSS what a difference CSS actually makes to a website. I've got here the piece of snippet of code that I took out, but I'm going to put it back. So can you guys add that? Let me just make it bigger. Oopsie. Okay, so I want you guys to add that to your guys' code for your index.html. Guys, I'll show you this now again for those of you guys that haven't finished typing it. Okay, for those of you guys that are still typing it, I'll show you now what it looks, or what again, where the code is. Those of you guys that have done it, save it, go back to that same page and press F5. That is what you're supposed to have seen.
Yeah, you get one out.
Guys, a lot of you guys don't know. Did you guys notice how crucial spelling is? Guys, we want to see how crucial spelling is when it comes to coding. For engine space, this is the engine space. You guys see what the difference this cascading style sheet is? And that controls all of your properties like margins and padding and all of that you can do in Microsoft Word. That's what cascading style sheets does. It can add background colors to text boxes. It's more for the advanced. Background colors to text boxes. You can make it hover that it underlines when you hover over specific text. There's so much more functionality to it than what there is in normal HTML. Luckily for you guys, at this stage you don't need to know how to code at grade 11s and 12s. But from September's exam onwards, you guys will need to learn how to code. Cascading style sheets. At this stage, you just need to know how to link a style sheet. And what I've just shown you is how you link a style sheet. So make sure you go over this and you practice it. This is your linking of your CSS. In your exam, I'll give you a cascading style sheet. I'll tell you to link it, which is this little snippet of code that I've highlighted for you. To link it, and that's what you're going to use to link it. And you saw the difference that it made just by linking that. So if you don't link it, and I open it and I see what I saw before I linked it, I'm just going to give you naught for that part because you didn't link it. Okay. Guys, please don't add S's where there aren't S's. Styles and style sheets. Okay.
Where it says type equals text.
What about it?
Where is the CSS code?
That doesn't look for that in the CSS code. What that does is where it tells you type, that's looking at say after you're looking for a CSS file, that's where you type that. But your normal file setting type, your images or JPEG, the only parts that change is your href. If you're linking a style sheet, you see your relevance is your style sheet, your href is where your layout is currently located or where your CSS file is located, and the type is you're telling the browser to look for a text file that is also a .css file. So if you go back to your file structure, under styles, you see layout.css. That's what you're telling your browser to look for. Now when you open, I'm just going to give you an idea of how you reference when you look at this. When you open your layout.css file, you'll get different sections. If you reference to your index file and you look for, we call them div classes. So if you look, we have div class wrapper row 1 here. Now in your layout.css, if you go find and you say change that, you see div.wrapper. So if you look there, that's in your CSS. So what your HTML is telling it to do, you're saying for this class wrapper row 1 or wrapper, it must reference back to the layout of the CSS layout file. It must look at the wrapper and it must apply those attributes to that certain section in your web page. Just like think of what we did with the fonts, where we said this font must be red, this one must be green, this one must be blue. This is exactly the same. So you can see you have different sections here. You can do text decorations. You can see here you add your backgrounds. Somebody asked me, I can't remember who it was, that asked me about using colors as hex codes. Was it DA? Yeah, yes, your colors in hex codes. So you don't have to use red if you don't want to. If you know what your hex codes are, you can use hex codes as well. See, yeah, you add your background URLs, your background colors, and absolutely none of this goes into your actual HTML. This all goes into your CSS, and that is what you use. Okay. You guys all know how your code works, so I'm going to give you till, let's give you till 12. Do any modifications you can on the education time page that you see there, on your HTML, I want to see how much of you guys can understand the code and know where to change based on what I've given you today, what I've shown you today. I at least want to see the education time name changed. I want to see the website template changed to something else, and I want to at least see all of your links names changed. Go.